A very good morning, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to African Beyond Television Network. And something very important is being discussed at this point in time. Dr. Walter Mzembe has said the remnants have regrouped, and it's the logical thing to do when under siege. So, if you look at this, this is something very important. He says now the next thing is to review Chakapedza Mbodzi. The people are yearning for a functional Zimbabwe for all, no doubt, and understanding for our political model of securocrats underwriting our politics, yearn for a calibration of politics to our founding values as a nation. Nzira dzamasoja zvikanzi zvitamba panashe mafiki izolos itai mushe, this 2013 nonsense um, which I believe the ZANU party chairperson Opam Chinguru was trying to revive yesterday, if those reports are true, must come to an end. She knows that this is, she knows what is right for the country. We want sanity and constitutionalism in our board politic and country. So if you look at what Dr. Walter Mzembe said right here, he touched a lot of issues. Number one, he touched about the issues of fallout between the generals. He touched about the generals regrouping and starting to work together. And he touched about Opam Chinguri and her role. These people have been defeated. 100% this grouping has been defeated. But are they out of the game? Not yet. They are still powerful because they can reorganize and start to do what they have been doing for a very long time. So, very interesting moments ahead. At this point in time, we need to understand that the generals are simply regrouping, not because they have Zimbabwe at heart, but it's because their interests have been put aside by Tim Lacoste, and they want to pursue their own interests. One thing I have seen Mnangagwa trying to do was to demilitarize the state. But by demilitarizing the state, he was creating another thing. He wanted to demilitarize and then remilitarize. That is the problem. This is the reason why you are seeing much resistance and failure of Emerson Mnangagwa at this point in time. So you could actually see that his strategy has failed because it was not centered on making sure that there are free, fair, credible elections, but it was a self-preservation issue which was happening. Kutsvaga kuti tingaita sei chinoita trumpet iripo. So to me, these groups, the way they are fighting, I do not care, because one way or the other, they must feel what we have been feeling as a people. So we have suffered as a people under this government which they created and brought about. So ukaona chakadya mbudzi chakuchitsvagwa, ndiani akambouya nacho in the first place? Ndivo varuma. One of the most important things is to note that they are now chartering private choppers from as far as South Africa. The major question is, why are they chartering those planes from far? What happened to the military? What happened to their fleet? It's because the fleet is out of service totally. Ndo mabasa ekuba, ndo mabasa e looting, ndo mabasa e corruption. So one thing we should agree is that these comrades, they failed us. They did a lot of things to destroy Zimbabwe as a country. And whatever which is coming after them, they deserve it. So one thing which we need to understand is to note that ZANU PF is going. One way or the other, ZANU PF is going. So these comrades, we can never be excited about these comrades because they are not serving any interests of our young Zimbabweans. They are serving personal interests. The only way we can tolerate them is when they come to sit down with us, so that we find a lasting solution we agree that the military must not be part and parcel of the politics. The military must be there because when we change a government, we don't change soldiers. Hatiti kana vachamisa vakapinda vanouya nemasoja manyowani. No. Soldiers remain soldiers with their role to protect the nation from internal and external threats. Which means soldiers must not look upon kuti tinoda uyu. No. Soldiers must be there for the interests of the country, the best interests of the country. And those best interests of the country are better defined by the constitution of the republic. Saka, you would see kuti vesava vana chimbuya. They are trying by all means possible kumira is because vari kudawo kuita mavice president ka. Vari kutaura kuti vice president ngambosvikawo kumanikaland. Saka, you'd see that whatever they are doing is very, very wrong. Why is it important for both sides to resist each other? That will entirely destroy ZANU PF and will render ZANU PF useless. Because if one side makes a walkover, like what happened in 2017, tinoramba tine dambudziko rinonzi ZANU PF. We want a situation where ZANU PF pachayo is disintegrated and ZANU PF inosara pasina chinhu chiripo yaparara. That's what we want. That is the only thing which is going to work for us. Because without ZANU PF, things are going to be better. We don't want the situation yekuti they simply regroup votanga kuunganidzana pachicomrade. Hazvina zvinoshanda enda zvinobetsera zvinhu zvakadaro. We want things to be done in a different way, far much better than ever before. Saka, this is it. This team is regrouping, but is this the only team eyeing for the top seat? That is something which is very important. So, whatever which is going to happen, we are happy that the e.t.c is being challenged. Vanenge vachipo is being challenged from within. And that is what is good at this point in time, because while they are busy fighting each other, we are busy fighting for our own cause, building our own cause from the other end. And we must make sure that we take charge of critical areas in the rural areas. We must take charge of critical areas. Let us take charge of the rural areas. Let us take charge of the peri-urban areas. Let us take charge of the whole of Zimbabwe so that we become key decision makers. So I'm happy because the generation we have of soldiers, they now want to see things being done differently. When they read history books, they are told so and so was a general at this age, so and so was a general at this age. Yet ivo vari kuchembera kusvika kuma 40 years, 50 years, vasina kumbo-occupy my top positions. It can't happen like that. Look at other countries. Ukaenda kunana America, you'd see, yes, my general akura ariko, but very, very young soldiers are promoted to the highest ranks based on merit. It must start to happen in Zimbabwe. We can't continue to have masoja anongoramba ane influence each and every time vachingori vamwe chete ivavo. Kutozva kuti for the next 20 years techingori nevanhu ngavauye vachienda vachienda so that we have diversity of ideas and views and development. So Team Mnangagwa is being defeated, something very important at this point in time, something we've been praying for. They thought they've destroyed the opposition, but kuzanu ikoko yava time yavo. The major question is, will the comrades be able to stop what has been slaughtering them? So I always say, whoever is going to emerge victorious is a man who is going to stand with the people. Without the people, then they are nothing. So this is it. Thank you very much, everyone.